Ever since I was a little boy, I've always wanted to be an actor. However, I feel like only recently I've actually quite drastically improved um, my actual acting abilities. Um, and in this video, I want to go over exactly what I've done to change my approach towards acting and what I think has actually, made me a better actor. And I'm by no means saying that I'm, uh, that good or anything, but I do want to say that I do genuinely believe my new approach to acting has made me better, and it's given me far more opportunities, and it's landed me my most recent acting role as well. Um, and it's also just made me enjoy acting more. I feel like when you fixate on becoming an actor, you can kind of kill the passion and you can lose the reason why you got into it in the first place, which was fun, escapism. Maybe you're not that confident. So being someone else helps you be more confident in a way. You enjoy playing other people. So there's a lot of reasons why you maybe got into acting in the first place, and when you fixate on it, you can lose that why. And yeah, I feel like I've refound the love I've had for it whilst getting better at it. Okay, so I'll just get straight into it. The way I've gotten better is what has been by getting more perspective. For example, when you are getting into acting and say you're working on a film, I reckon you're probably quite in your head. You're probably quite self conscious about, oh, what does the director want from me? How should I be for the director, etc. Your brain is buzzing with all kinds of insecurities. What I've done over the last few years is that I've stepped back from just focusing on being an actor, and I've worked on improving my improving my skills as a filmmaker. So I've worked as a director, an editor, a cinematographer. I've done as many different roles as possible. I've made films alone starring myself. I've made films directing other actors, and I've made films with a crew starring myself as well. I've tried to do as many different things as possible to give myself the biggest perspective I can possibly get on what each role does, what a director needs from the actor, what an editor needs from the actor, what a cinematographer needs from the actor. So now that I'm stepping back into the actor's role, I have the whole perspective. I understand the way the whole, you know, film is put together. So I'm no longer insecure. I'm no longer wondering, oh, what does the director want from me? Because I sort of know what the director wants from me because I've been that director directing actors. I know what the editor needs from me in order to complement me in the edit because I've been that editor, etc. And having that broader perspective really, I think, makes you a better actor because in order to act, you kind of need to be out of your head. You need to be loose. And you're never going to be loose if you're like extremely nervous or insecure, wondering what other people want from you. That's the definition of being in your head. If you get out of your head, then you can be free, you can be authentic without even thinking about it. And that's what happens when you get perspective. You don't force confidence. Oh, I'm just gonna be a good actor. I'm just gonna try not to be nervous. I don't know how that's possible. But you can earn confidence. You can build confidence by understanding how things work. A lot of the time in life I've noticed is when you're not confident, it comes from not knowing how something works. When you're insecure about something, just take, for example, when you're new at a job, even a very simple job, like, for example, I work in a bar. When I was new at this bar job, I was jittery. I was in my head, even just pouring a gin tonic, very simple, I was jittery. Despite working in bars before, because it was my first day in this bar, I was extremely nervous, I was jittery, and I did a bad job. That's simply because I was not confident, and I wasn't confident because I lacked perspective on how the bar was operated. Now, I've been there for quite a while. I'm confident. Not because I forced it, but I'm confident because I understand how the bar operates. And I really think it's that way with everything in life, including acting. So if you go into acting not understanding where the actor fits in the filmmaking puzzle, you're probably going to be quite confident. So you need to earn that confidence. And to earn the confidence, give yourself as much perspective as possible. So then when you become an actor again, you don't need to try to be confident, you are confident because you have perspective and you understand where you fit in the puzzle and what is required of you. So that's it. That's my only piece of advice. That's the way to become a better actor in 2026, in my opinion. Just just get behind the camera for a bit. Dedicate some time to doing other creative roles. Roles. I mean, also there's another benefit to this, and it's not just getting better at acting, but it's also you all of a sudden have more creative skills now. As an actor, your entire selling point is you. If you learn editing, if you learn directing, if you learn cinematography, writing, etc., VFX, all of a sudden you have more selling points. So you're less nervous about acting because you know you have other creative areas to fall back on as well. You're not entirely self-reliant on your acting, which, by the way, can feel quite. It can be quite difficult because if you're rejected for an editing job, you it's not the same as being rejected for an acting job, because when you're being rejected for an acting job, it's you're being rejected because of you. So that hurts. So if you can fall back on other creative areas, other creative skills, that's also another massive benefit. Um, but yeah, that would be my main piece of advice. I think it's helped me drastically. And if you do want to get better at filmmaking or practice your acting, I've built an entire platform which you can join, um, and you can share your work, post monologues, get feedback. I'm hoping to build a little community where I react to your films or your monologues on this channel, and we go through them together and rank them. I think that would be really fun. Um, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to really create a movement of creative empowerment. I want to help you empower yourself creatively so that you can do as many things as you can. For example, I've managed to learn as many creative skills as possible. I've been able to put myself in a position where I can cast myself in my own films now. And that's an extremely gratifying experience. If I need a show reel, I can make my own show reel. Um, because as an actor, especially, you're entirely reliant on someone else giving you a role, giving you a platform. Just become that person and then give yourself that platform. It's such a gratifying and freeing experience, and I want to help you do that. So, yeah, follow along, subscribe to the channel if you believe in that. I'll try to make as many videos as possible as I can on this topic, going over filmmaking stuff, acting stuff, combining the two so you can become a creative powerhouse. And again, if you do want to, you know, share your work, or you know, if you want to share your work, or I've also got a bunch of exercises you can do. Feel free to check out Overlooked, which is the platform I've built. Um, and even I've got like stuff to make your filmmaking easier, like LUTs, which I've just, you know, this is a lot. I've put them on the platform as well. So I just want to make your creative experience as accessible as possible, and that's what Overlooked is for, and that's what I'm dedicating this channel towards. So if you enjoyed, check out Overlooked or subscribe to the channel. It would really help me out, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.